This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. This is the Vemuram butter machine, which is maybe the worst name for a pedal since that horse meat thing, right? So the thing about Vemuram is they make great pedals at a very affordable price point that every guitarist can get on board with. So yeah, this is just a very, very cheap £419. Actually refreshing on kind of the blurb on some of this. So this is a Landau signature pedal, you know, that's why it says Landau distortion. And he's kind of talked about it. First of all, like the blurb starts as most Vemuram stuff does, about like extensive R&D and stuff. And then kind of, I guess, what Landau's stuff is, basically, I used to use an SD9. I've used an SD9 for years. He's known to have used an SD9. And essentially they sort of started as an SD9 as the base point of the circuit. There are a couple of key differences. There's a low mid control, which is kind of got a trim pot for it, and a sparkle control, which they said is at 6K. So, you know, that's kind of quite high-end stuff. If nothing else, maybe this might be worth, if you dig the sounds of it, pointing your attention towards an Ibanez SD9, because they are essentially quite a similar circuit. You'll find probably that the tone control on the Landau distortion, the biggest difference is that tone control is going to be a lot less wrong than the SD9. So what I've found with the SD9, especially into like a clean amplifier, is that you need to roll the tone back quite a long way, like sort of 9 or maybe below, to get rid of some of the really fizzy stuff. I think that's how Landau himself runs or ran an SD9. So anyway, let's check it out. An SD9 in a nicer box probably with some tweaks. It's almost like they sort of fixed the SD9 circuit. I don't know if there might be some Analog Man mods that might be a similar sort of thing that are probably even cheaper. I'd be interested to know if maybe it's possible to even mod a stock SD9 to this with a couple of component changes. That might be the case, I don't know, but let's just check it out. Vemuram stuff does, whilst being cheap, tend to sound pretty good, I think. Okay, I'm going into an HX Stomp here because that's what I'm most familiar with and what I use most of the time. What I found with the real SD9 is that into different kind of amplifiers you're going to get quite different responses. Sort of like a Boss DS1 in some ways, where it's like a bit of a, potentially a bit Marmite. But with the SD9, if I take that tone down to something like that, you can get some great tones from it, from some stuff. So let's kind of start somewhere like this. So my clean tone. Okay, let's kick it on. As you'd expect, in terms of Michael Landau's playing, you'd hope that it would sort of do some good stuff with the volume knob. So if we take the gain up to about halfway, I've got my gain on the guitar at 5, my volume, sorry. If I take this up to 8, which is kind of Landau's volume, he kind of rides between 5 and 8. So the SD9 with everything in the middle would probably not be sounding quite as whatever as this. It's definitely a smoother sound, you know, when you've got the tone controls set like this. I think there are these types of tones within the SD9, but you probably have your tone way further back like this. Whereas it in the middle there sounds quite open. Right, okay, so let's start to crank this gain a bit. The amount of gain available here, there's quite a lot, I believe. but it does really definitely do that. The cleaning up thing quite well. If we take the tone up a bit, I guess it will probably even retain more sparkle. Hey, nice playing. My left hand is hurting a bit at the moment. I'm not sure exactly why. So yeah, not my favourite drive going with those settings, but the kind of halfway gain and a bit lower, kind of cool. Again, my clean. I think it's got the same chip in it, an SD9, as the Tube Screamer, and that's kind of, I kind of like it for that. The SD9 has this as well, but that kind of chewy. So yeah, I think definitely an SD9 in a new box, but with some tweaks that I think definitely make it more user friendly as well, and I think definitely is doing things that I like. I've just wanted to, for the sake of comparison, see what a Tube Screamer sounds like. If I'm liking that tone. Yeah, so way more gain. I was thinking, you know, couldn't I do that with a Tube Screamer? But I think you probably need to stack some other sort of pedal in there as well. Maybe something like a Marshall Governor could get you in this territory, or like a Sir Riot, which is Governor bass, or an Angry Driver. No, I can't say that I don't really like the sound of that. I don't like the price, but it's kind of Vemuram is what you get with that particular brand, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you buy one of these? Would you buy an SD9? Would you consider modding an SD9? Do you use an SD9 with a EQ, or would you just use some other drive pedal? Would you not touch Vemuram with a 9-foot barge pole? Let me know your thoughts. Cheers!